But speaking of being, a proper country that used to watch award shows together, I think this would be a great time to talk about the best award show performances or our favorite moments from award shows in the past.
R&B.
R&B.
Yeah,
the R&B only.
Make sure we say
Nailed
that.
Yeah.
Because when I was compiling my list, I'm like, a lot of my moments are from the BET Awards. And I'm like, why is that? But I'm like, but that's the night that serves me and my culture and what we're talking about. I feel like R&B lives there. Like, even like when you watch the Grammys, like the R&B Awards are they're not even televised, let alone the performances. Right. And then usually like the R&B artists, they have them on like a small stage or they like cut to commercial after one verse and one hook. I'm like, damn, why they do us like that? But BET,
they're gonna give us the whole shebang.
Holds it down. I miss when they was. Yeah, I just miss like.
Let's jump right in. Go ahead. Because that Destiny's Child catered to the whole performance from the BET Awards in 2005, but specifically,
didn't they do "Lose My Breath" and "Cater to You"? I think that's what they did.
Catered
right? Or
to
"Girl"
you?
and "Cater to You."
Was it?
I think it was "Lose My Breath" and "Cater to You."
It might have been "Lose My Breath" and "Cater to You."
Yeah, and then they brought up
Terrence Howard. Was it Magic Johnson
and Nelly?
And who?
Nelly, right?
Was it Nelly? It was Nelly.
Yeah, Nelly and Kelly.
Yeah,
and they had Magic Johnson. With Michelle.
Yeah. That performance specifically seared in, like down to the outfits. Like that just.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. Especially, I was just telling you about this because they did that same bit on the tour, but they called people up from the audience.
Okay.
So when they did it on the BET Awards, me and my sisters are like, we saw this in real life with strangers. Now they doing it. I'm like, but no, that is one of the. See what I'm saying? Like these awards, like remember. Maybe that was like 2 years before that when Monique hosted the show.
I think that was the year that Monique was hosting because I think
it was when Crazy in Love was out. This Destiny's Child album came out after that one. So it was when I think it was like 2003 or 4.
Monique hosting was
but when she came out and performed Crazy in Love, that was one of the best moments ever in award show performances. And I'm like, she's a performer, right?
I've been rewatching the Parkers lately. That's a great show.
Since we own Beyonce, I'm gonna say Beyonce at the Grammys in 2017 when she was pregnant. The twins. She did
Love
that.
On Top?
No, Love Drought. The Grammys when she was in that chair and it leaned back.
Okay.
Yeah, because she ain't never performed that song ever in life, and that was the only time.
Was she there, or was that one of those moments that they like?
She was there. Remember, she was pregnant and she was only doing a little bit. Like they had her in a chair and it like leaned back.
Yeah,
and then
it was
they had her
like
in
the
some
gold
water
ensemble.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like flowery.
Why
did I
think that was one of those? You know how sometimes like the artist will be on tour somewhere and they'll like pan
that was
to like that.
The Oscars when King Richard came out and she made that song and all the women were dressed like tennis balls.
Okay.
She wasn't there.
Okay. Okay, you might be right.
The Grammys. I am.
Écoutez-moi.
Who you got? I also had that Destiny's Child one on my list, so that's why I skipped it and just went straight to the Grammys.
Love that. But, I'm going to put what's next? The Shaka Khan tribute.
BET
with
once
BET
again.
Awards 06.
Who was running BET between 1999 and 2011?
Us. You know, they sold the network. They sold the network somewhere in the early 2010s.
Soon as Baby Boy started looping every 3 hours, that's when it got sold.
It got sold to not, Anyway, Shaka Khan tribute, BET Awards 06. It was Yolanda Adams, Prince, Stevie Wonder, and India.Arie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. These are the days. I remember the days where like Michael Jackson would be at BET Awards.
Like
BET? That's crazy.
Now we can't get Beyonce to show up for nothing.
Damn. Well, since we're on the subject of Michael Jackson, though, I wasn't there and I don't remember seeing it, but in my long studies of the greatest performances of all time, I did come across Michael Jackson in 1995 at the VMAs. He did like a 15-minute performance, and I want to say this is the year he won the what is the biggest award? The Vanguard Award.
Okay. At
the VMAs, and he had that long ass performance. Rihanna just had one a few years ago.
They do
like a medley of all their songs.
The VMAs or is it?
Yeah, it's the VMAs, the Vanguard for your music videos, and they do a medley of their songs, like 15 minutes. But he did "Beat It," "Black or White," "Billie Jean," "Smooth Criminal," and "Dangerous." Damn. And that's like one of the best performances I've seen like televised live ever.
That's fire. Real journalist.
not even, I knew this before this. This is just stuff that I just like to watch, like this Luther Vandross documentary that's coming out. I'm excited about that. I just like when I see music stuff. And when YouTube first came out, I was searching and looking up everything I could. So I used to see all types of videos of Michael Jackson and Prince and Beyonce, Anita Baker, Shaka Khan, just people that I just search the greats and look.
That's a good one. For shits and giggles, Miguel at the Billboard Music Awards in 2013. Everybody remembers that performance.
Who told him to jump over the crowd? And I would love to know where that lady is to this day and how her neck is doing.
She sued him for sure.
But I want to know how her neck is doing to this day.
That was crazy. And like the panning from, because it was like the camera had to like pan out to catch the jump, and it got it at the like that was
for those
crazy.
Of you who don't know.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened.
So Miguel was performing at the Billboard Music Awards, and I think this was during his song Adorn. And, you know, if you haven't seen Miguel live, like his live renditions of his songs are very like rock starish, you know, like very like, I want to kill my mom. Very that, you know? It's great. It sounds really good.
No, it gives me Prince vibes for sure.
Exactly. But it's very good. But he gets really theatrical and like about it. And so in his theatrics and on this performance, he jumps. You know how like there'll be like a triangle sometimes in the middle of stages, and it's like
open for the
like open for like
what are those things? Stand-ins for TV.
Right. And so there was like a space in the middle of the stage, and there's people in that space, and he decided to jump from one end of it to the other, and he missed and accidentally like landed like on neck, somebody's neck. Like his legs were
like, think about a curb stomp but with a thigh and a neck.
I was gonna say like you're playing chicken in the pool, but like but like instead of her neck was over here,
the other side of her
like
neck was on the stage though. Like,
it didn't look good at all. It didn't look good at all. And he tried to like, it was so crazy because he like tried to play it off and like try to vibe with the crowd, and then it was just like performance over. It was bad, but a moment. Just like they always bring up Jason Derulo falling at those steps. Like I feel like it's something that like resurfaces.
I feel like you haven't performed until you fell on stage. Everybody's fell on stage. It's just inevitable.
Have you ever fallen on stage?
Yes. Has anybody seen me? Is the question. No. I've only fell off the back. It didn't hurt, but it's embarrassing, especially if somebody sees you, and then you got to get right back up and act like nothing happened. Like, when I say R&B, you say only.
When I say R&B, you say only R&B.
No, you know what's funny? Chris Brown performing at Michael Jackson's tribute.
That's not funny.
I mean, it wasn't funny, but it was.
But it was like,
it's funny watching it today. That day, watching it live with your family,
it hurt.
Especially when like, what year was that?
I put 06 question
when
mark.
No, because that was too early. Because he passed away when I was in high school, so that had to be like 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 2009. Yeah. 2010. Michael Jackson died in 2009, yeah? And the awards was 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, so when that happened, that had the whole Rihanna ordeal had just happened too, right? So when he came out, they said, Chris Brown, people were like not clapping. Like they were almost like, oh, and then even at home, people were like, what? And I'm like, woo, Chris Brown. But I'm like, I'm a kid, so, you know, I'm still in the, you know, but when he comes out,
he's already like
he wasn't even crying yet. He was hitting the thing because I forgot what song he was dancing to, but he was dancing with the silhouette. But when Men on the Mirror started, and he was doing such a great job, then he like got the crowd into it. People were like, okay, cool, we love him again because he dancing like Michael. So this Men in the Mirror start, and everybody's like, because the camera was panned far, it wasn't a close up on his face. So we like, what's wrong with his mic? My mom is like, ooh, why he sound like that? Next one. Tears. I'm like, oh, this man is crying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like,
poor Stinklebutt.
Boom. Everybody just had a turn for him in that moment. I could like see the whole audience like forgive him.
Maybe in that moment, but we know that
that's what I'm saying. Not
all the way.
Not forever. But yeah, I could see like the love changed because there was none in the beginning when he first came out. I mean, there were some, but it was quiet. People were like, "Should I clap?"
How you know
people are watching me.
Performer for real.
That was a great performance. So, like,
honestly,
I just showed my nephew that.
Yeah,
and he rewatches it.
That's
one that'll go down in the books. And he really cried his ass off and still performed. He got down on his knees. Go ahead, Chris.
Shout out, Chris. You know what? It's crazy that man can do whatever with his hair.
Chris Brown?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Michael Jackson. I was like, can he?
No, I was no.
I'm so sorry.
That man, Chris Brown can really do whatever.
Chris Brown can do anything with anything, and it'll be okay. But wait. While we're on the subject of Chris Brown, since we're talking about the VMAs, did you see? So he won an award this weekend, but Kelly Rowland was there to accept it, and people were booing him, and she was like, "Oh, hold on now." And she was like, "I just want to say thank you to Chris Brown for all of his contributions to R&B music. He's a great performer. He's very talented, and I'll accept this award on your behalf. Come get it from me, or I'll bring it to you," or something like that. Like, she was like, "Hold on now." Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, because Chris Brown is contributing a lot. I know he's
for sure
done some things, but yeah.
That's crazy. On the same topic of Chris Brown, though, that Chris Brown and Tiára performance at the BET Awards.
When he was dating Rihanna. Remember the messy cameraman pants to Rihanna when she was laying on the ground? And she was like, yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I miss BET days. Like, the BET Awards don't do it like that.
That was
they have been pretty good, but R&B wise, it's not enough. Like, another one on my list is Chloe, that tribute she did to Usher. That was
I watched it back recently.
Wasn't it great? And she did a really good job, and everything I've heard her in and seen her in, she is extremely talented. She's also in this new show, Fight Night.
I haven't watched. Is it something that it's coming out like
3 episodes a week? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But by this week, it should be like 9 episodes. So you'll be able to binge. But yeah,
I started
she is
watching.
Talented.
I started watching How to Die Alone. Watch How to Die Alone on Hulu / Disney, because Disney and Hulu got the thing. But it's Shorty Kelly off of Insecure. Her name is Natasha. Forget her last name. But she's like one of the writers, and she's the star of it. It's so good. It's like both funny and like really thought provoking and like deep.
I saw some.
It's really, really good. Watch that. Okay, but
yeah,
Chloe, insanely talented. That good kisser performance. Mwah.
Chef's kiss for real.
Yeah.
I need the live version of it. Just
that
on the
shit
songs
was
on
good.
This here like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's no longer Usher's song to me.
I am no better.
When
than
I heard the song, I'm singing Chloe's ad libs now.
I am no better than a man.
Are any of us? I'd be like, damn, am I? Never mind.
Good googly moogly.
Who's next on your list?
I'm gonna go Jay-Z, Alicia Keys, and Lil Mama at the MTV
Ooh, that was
Music
on my
Awards.
list, and I put that on there only because technically Alicia Keys is singing, right?
Right.
So I'm like, hell yeah, that was a moment.
Yeah.
And you know what I didn't realize? They were saying that was the same year.
Kanye.
Yeah.
That was a lot going on that year. And they had Beyonce stressed out because right before Lil Mama like made her way to the stage, Beyonce was like, "No,"
because she tried to take Beyonce. She like, "What, you ain't coming up here, girl? You tripping? What the hell you mean?"
Literally exactly.
She was like, Psh, "What?
No,
that I." You know what's crazy about that? Even though you say that, because how we used to be a proper country, that's one of the only times I didn't watch the VMAs like with my parents. They were upstairs, and I remember they were watching something else, like flipping in between on commercials, and they missed the Taylor Swift thing.
That's crazy.
And they ended up missing that Jay-Z thing too. And I'm like, did y'all see that? And they're like, I'm like, y'all are before viral was viral.
Yeah. Was Twitter a thing then? What year was this? This was 2009.
I think it was not for us. We wasn't on Twitter yet.
It wasn't like
we were still on Facebook.
I'm trying to think. 2009.
It was out.
It was out, but I think it was one of those where it wasn't like
it
really
wasn't
an
popular
app,
for our,
and it was like a website that you had to like. It wasn't like an app like it is now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but it makes
it was
sense.
like a website that you had to.
Though.
Was it? I don't know. I don't feel like Twitter was what it is.
It wasn't.
Now.
It wasn't as popular as it is now because that's not what we were talking about stuff on. We were still on Facebook at that time.
That makes sense.
Poking people and
TBHing and shit.
Yeah.
No, that was that award show, that MTV Music Awards 2009. That is an award show that
I have
goes
two
down in
more. They're both
history.
from the Grammys, but I think both of our lists sums up that BET has the best performances for
Period.
R&B, let alone for our culture in general. But
Period.
R&B only.